Head it off. Just see how everybody react. That's real. Everybody, I was trying to
You
get out of
want
there. I
this
thought
in the background?
yeah. Just turn that.
Turn that off. Let's do this. I'm not worried about no visitors, no nothing. This is just me doing me on camera, so I can stop worried about doing so much damn content. Worry about it not getting out there. Worry about y'all not knowing, so y'all can come back later and be able to get the sauce um, live, man. You know what I mean? Live as I did it. Like I showed everything that I've done. I went over to Digital Ocean before anything. I was at Replit AI, and I spent thousands of dollars at Replit. As a matter of fact, let's go see how much money I spent at Replit. I don't know why I ain't been do this live stuff. All right, log in real quick. And Replit has an idea that I owe them some money, and for me, I don't, because the fact about Replit is Replit is basically they did what I'm going to be showing you that I do on a daily basis, and they just package it up for the world to use it. And the thing is, let's say they're using Claude, and then for Claude, their version of Claude that they have people paying for is the cheapest version of Claude, but then they're charging you, 10x, 20x. I haven't did the math on it, but Haiku is the cheapest version of Claude. They're definitely charging you to use Haiku because the level of like usage that I was using, and basically like what I was getting back based off of my prompts that I'll give the chat, because this is how it works. You'll go into projects, personal and business credit builder. See, I have a whole project here. Let's say I'll go over here and use preview. It's probably not gonna let you preview the what's name anymore. All right, this is mobile. Let's go to the website. I got a whole website that I did with them. You see what I'm saying? So this website in itself is probably not gonna act right because again, but let's say RYW. Okay, cool. It's there. So I got a whole website here. Go to file tree. Crazy. Let's see here. I want to use the AI, the agent AI. Okay. But anyways, I came here to show this shit because how much money did I spend at Replit? How much bread did I spend at Replit? You feel me? How much bread did I spend at Replit? View and pay invoices. And they still want a $240 invoice history. It's how much money I spent at Replit. 2 pages worth since December. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. December 8th. Let's do the math right now. December 8th, $100. Same day of December 8th, $50, 20 cents. On the 13th, $50, 41 cents. On the 19th, $50, 13 cents. I'm doing the math right here. All right. So on the 21st, $50, 56 cents. On the 22nd, $50, 8 cents. On the 31st, $50, 49 cents. You feel me? Come on, man. How many $50 did I spend with Replit? And then as y'all follow this build with me, as we do as we do this build with Clyde, which it comes out so much cleaner. I spent $100 a month with Clyde, and I've got like 15 times more done with Clyde in less time. This is December through January right here. I got a whole nother page to go through. So I've been at it for months with Replit. and then turned around and had to switch over to Claude. Claude fixed everything because the way that Replit would build it was trash. Claude fixed everything, and then me prompting with Claude, the way Claude interacts, asks questions before it does stuff, it was just like, but come to find out, Replit is built off of Claude, and when you coding with Claude, you have the choice to use a model that isn't so efficient with coding, and then you also have the choice to use the best model that's available right now, a little more expensive, based off of the tokens that per million tokens you're gonna be spending this much, but it's more efficient because of the way that the model was designed. So again, Replit was charging the most expensive model price, but you actually are receiving the cheapest model when you're doing the vibe coding. That's how Replit get down. And I know that for a fact because I spent all this money and my app was coming out boo-boo. You had to be extra, extra, extra precise with it. Extra precise with it. Extra precise. Like you gotta be next level precise with the way that you doing your vibe coding when it comes down to Replit. If you able to do that, and um I tried it to where with Replit, I was using OpenAI because at the time when I first started, December, back in December of 2025, when I first started with Replit, I was an OpenAI user. I was using ChatGPT, and I would tell ChatGPT what I want, and I would take what ChatGPT basically like gave me as what I like to call a markdown file or a handoff, and I'll give it to Replit. And even then, it was coming out trash. And then I was at first blaming ChatGPT, but when you got AI giving you the details to a T, and it's giving you code to a T as well, and you give it that handoff that the AI then gave you, and you gave it to the next AI, and it's still building out trash. Come on, man. But anyways, on this first page, this is already at $577.80. I'm not too sure if y'all can see that. That's $577.80. And this is from December 4th to January 15th. I should already, based off of that 577, let's just call it 578 on Claude. That's already 5 months, down there 6 months worth of money. And I'm telling you, this $100 on Claude is gonna get you so far. You can build so much. Like I'm building so much on Claude right now, and I haven't even maxed out $100, and it comes out pristine, like clean. Definitely, my opinion, Claude is definitely the best coder. Definitely so. Definitely so. But anyways, that was where my invoices go. That was page one. Invoices not found. Damn, it's like Replit. No, I'm talking about it right now. Or it's like Replit knows that I'm talking about it right now. And it's still trying to charge me $238. So, anyways, picking up from page one, we have $577.80. Let's go from the bottom right here, January 25th. January 15th is nothing. So January 25th, that's 577 plus 80 plus not plus 80, but 577, 80 cents plus 50, 61. I'm just tally this up real quick and show y'all how much money I spent on Replit, man. Replit is not the way to go, man. It's not the way to go. I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all using Replit, go ahead and get over there to Claude AI. It's definitely better. You're not going to be disappointed. You're just not going to be disappointed with Claude. in comparison to Replit. Stupid. I was stupid using Replit. So Replit, y'all need to stop screwing people over. Stop having them pay Opus pricing. Meanwhile, you giving them haiku for y'all profits. Hell no. Stop doing that. Hell no. Instead, make a smaller profit margin, giving them haiku, and then mess around and tell them like if you want better coding, you need to use Opus. You feel me? Or just don't step in this game because niggas like me is gonna get a little smart and recognize what y'all doing and be like, oh, and when I say a little smart, it's a little smart. Y'all see this $250? This $250 was my dad's money. I didn't even have the money May 1st. $250 was my dad's money. And that's really what triggered my dad to be like, hell no. You feel me? They hit him for $250. Y'all see how it was consecutive with these $50? One day, Replit, back in April, they were like, we're gonna let them do more. And these are basically like after $50, it's all credits. So it's like you already owe us $50. So bet that one time I seen that it didn't charge me the $50, it let me keep going. And I'm like, oh, okay, Replit is rolling something out. And the next thing you know, it got up to $250. And my dad paid for it, automatically deducted out of his card. He was pissed off. He was pissed off because Replit, we didn't build nothing. Like we built, it was beautiful. It was a whole lot built, but it wasn't functioning right. The code was always broken on Replit, always broken on Replit. It was crazy. I never seen it before, but this is the grand total that I spent with Replit, and my code was always broken. I spent 1505.46, $1,505.46, and I started back in December after spending $1,505.46. If you speak with anybody that's been using Clyde and you spend $1,500 for Clyde, you should have so many AI agents working for you and automating things. You should have so much going for yourself after spending $1,500 with Clyde. So much. Because again, that $100 a month is gonna get you what you need. You can spend $100 1 month with Clyde, have everything organized on what you're gonna have Clyde do. Make sure you organize with your chats, make sure you organize with the core work, Clyde code, with organization and $100 with Clyde, oh my gosh, you're gonna be a beast. It's stuff that you can do. Is just like whoa. So that's what I've been focusing on is organization, and to help me be a little more organized and have everything live underneath one spot. That's where I came with the Masterworker idea. For one, I'm gonna chop this down for you on where I get this Masterworker idea from. This is where I get Masterworker idea from real quick. Real quick, real quick, real quick. It says right here, then I was beside him as a master worker. I was the one he was especially fond of day by day. I rejoiced before him all the time. That's out of the New World's Translation, Proverbs chapter 8, verses 30. Then I was beside him. Let's bring it up on screen right here. My bad, y'all. You know what I mean? Bring it up on screen right here, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's go here. Let's go real quick. What's that? Proverbs chapter 8, verse 30. And again, it's a I went to chapter 30. Verse 30. It says, Then I was beside him as a master worker. I was the one he was specially found of day by day. I rejoiced before him all the time. Now, this is, if you don't know, this is Jesus talking about who he was to Jehovah. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I came up with the idea. Okay, this is Masterworker. This is, when it comes down to AI being who AI is, and I'm giving my brain, so to speak, letting AI know how I think and how I'm getting down and how I'm moving, what I'm doing. This is going to be my Masterworker. Jesus was in the heavens creating the land, was doing everything with Jehovah side by side. So this AI gonna be my master worker. So bet. That's where it came from. I just spent $1,500 on Replit and got somewhere, but not $1,500 worth. So we not doing Replit anymore. Bet. What we did was we went to Digital Ocean. So Digital Ocean can host everything. It can hold all my apps together. You see what I'm saying? I got apps right here. I got Playboy, Playboy admin. I got Ezekiel. I got a deal that I was working in real estate. I got the JPC deals, it's a landing page. And then I got my CRM. Now, my CRM, contact relationship manager, if you didn't know, what it's going to be is my Jarvis. When you got Iron Man and it's Jarvis, instead of me naming it Jarvis, it's named Masterworker. Is going to talk to me. I'm going to be able to say, hey, Masterworker is going to respond back. It's going to be able to trigger other AIs to do what they do. Whether it's someone AI that does phones, someone that does sales, someone that handles my emails, someone that does everything or anything that we can think of that AI has the ability to do. Masterworker is going to be able to, hey, delegate and do this and do that and the other. And I'm going to be working with Masterworker. Masterworker going to delegate these other tasks to these other AI agents. Now on this live, what we're going to do is work on my content AI, because Playboy, he's my content AI. Show you a little bit about Playboy real quick. Playboy is crazy. I got Playboy so tight. It's oh man. So I can create with Playboy. I can basically, Playboy will give me all these different templates. This is what these templates are. Make it a little bit bigger. Zoom in a little bit for me. I don't have the best eyesight right here. Bring your audience into the loop. Leave a thoughtful comment on a post in your niche today. Then write a short post about what stood out and why it sparked something, and tag the creator if it feels natural. That's an excellent idea, Playboy. That's something that an idea that Playboy just gave me. I can go and do that on Instagram right now, and Playboy is the AI that helped me do it. I built out Playboy, using Claude, less than $100, probably like $2 worth of my $100 for the month. Playboy came from $2. You feel what I'm saying? So that's exactly what happened. So yeah, I got this create tab. This is templated starting points to jog your brainstorming, organized by goals. I got if I want to increase my engagement, that's where I bring audiences to the loop. If I want to reflect on something, if I want to share some expertise, promote, educate, celebrate, show some love. Those are templates to get started with. Feeds. I can type in, I can add a feed here. I can give Playboy an URL to get updates from blogs or news sites. It already got some right here. Bigger pockets, Pace Morby, NAV Business Credit, JW.org, Fatherly, Gentleman's Gazette, Investopedia. Playboy is strong. I also got published. This is where the queue lives, my drafts and approvals and what's already been sent. I got a calendar on here, channels, tags, my time zone, creating a new post on here. I can do all of that. Based off of Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. I can control my community in here. I can comment and all that good stuff. It's different up in here. I can get analytical. I can see my analytics. Playboy is strong. I built this with AI, Claude Code. You see what I'm saying? Claude Code. And I didn't have to do too much back and forth. It didn't come out raggedy the first time. It came out damn near perfect the first time. A little bit of revisions and then bam, done. So I'm taking Playboy and I'm putting Playboy inside Masterworker. That's what I'm doing. So Playboy already has community analytics and the review page in our Masterworker. You see what I'm saying? So then when we go over here to Claude Code, let's bring up Claude Code. All right. Now, and what I've done, I have this going right here, the CRM build. And within the CRM build, I told it I want these things being done on automation. So I brainstormed with it. I told it what I wanted it to do, and initially it was doing it. And then I said, okay, well, I want these things done on automation. And so it created a routine for me. And this routine is basically Claude Code running itself, building Masterworker out based off of the features that it and I already brainstormed together to bring to life. And I've already approved on these features being done. So with that being said, right here up in routines, it's already going. Allow code to, okay. I should put always allow auto mode. All right, cool. Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Baby, it's time to eat. It's time for me to get off of here real quick and go eat with my wife. So I'm finna go put this on pause and go eat with my wife, y'all. I'll see y'all later. How the hell do I put this on pause? Ending the stream.
Off with your hand, grab it.